A brand new massive leak has allegedly shed light on the entire plot of Superman. So in this video, we're going to cover everything from start to finish. Okay, just so we are clear, this is a alleged plot leak, but a lot of it sounds real, and this hit right before CinemaCon, and a bunch of interviews and things we found out from CinemaCon actually line up with what was revealed here. So know that it is a leak, and I put that in quotation marks, but it's also potentially full of actual spoilers, as we've seen this happen tons of times before. So with that in mind, this is your final warning. Spoilers are coming now. Okay, if you're still here, you've made your choice. So let's get into this. So the film starts with Superman, who was taken to the Fortress of Solitude by Krypto and is healed by the robots that protect the fortress. Now, it's not explicitly made clear if this is like the film starts with this sequence, then we're flashing around, or if this is like Superman's first time he was trying to do something like fly and then he crashes and then he's healed and then we're going to Metropolis. Whatever the case is, we are jumping to Lex Luthor, who absolutely hates Superman in just about every single way for every single reason. And Superman is his ultimate target in this film. So Lex partners up with a small nation. It's not exactly what the nation is, but apparently it's inspired by the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. And Lex reaches a partnership deal with them to make a weapon of sorts for him and more or less be sort of like his country, if you will. We then also see that Jimmy Olsen is just like his comic book counterpart, but in this continuity, he has a girl that's all over him. She's obsessed with him. And one of these happens to be Lex Luthor's girlfriend, who has been sending images of herself that Lex would find not appropriate to Jimmy. Over at the Daily Planet, there is serious tension between Clark and Lois. And she is particularly not happy with how he frequently gets to interview Superman. And later, we learn about what's actually going on with these two. And they're almost putting on a show because they've been secretly dating, and workplace dating is not allowed. So these two have public beef with one another and don't get along as sort of a front to throw people off of what's actually going on. Later, Lois actually interviews Superman, and it's in their apartment, and she's talking about, hey, how about this, how about that, what are you gonna do? And she ends up getting very tense with his view of what Superman should be doing and his role on being involved with foreign policies. So you can see that James Gunn is putting a lot of international situations that are happening around the world right now in various countries into this film. Very much a political slant on it. At the same time, Lex is responsible for releasing those giant monsters into Metropolis. But Superman is able to take care of them, aka those kaijus, but it's with the help of the Justice League, or the Proto-Justice League, if you will. They're not really called that just yet, but it's floated that they should form some sort of league for situations like this. It's actually Lex that's created a clone of Superman, and he uses it to enter the Fortress of Solitude, where he finds a corrupted message from Jor-El that's meant for, you guessed it, Superman. And it is here that Kal-El is told that he was sent to Earth to conquer it. But It's not very clear if it's to conquer it and be its like ultimate protector, or if maybe they intended him to be bad. We don't really get that fully played out. It's kind of left open-ended as the message is broken and it's not the full thing. You don't get the full context of it. So he wastes no time in broadcasting this image to the entire world that Superman is here to be a villain, to conquer. And now he believes that he's got the upper hand, as Superman is now being shunned and people are turning on him. They don't trust him. After he saves Metropolis from these kaijus, he's walking down there and they're throwing things at his head. You know, they don't want him here after that message, and knowing that he's an alien. So again, a lot of politics in this, a lot of things that are very prevalent, just so people are aware. They're not shying away from any of that because, well, that's Superman. Okay, now a little bit later in the movie, Lex sends Superman and Krypto into what is described as a pocket dimension, where he's trapped people he hates, including his ex-girlfriend, aka the one that Jimmy is in communication with. But luckily for Jimmy, he's able to work with the League, and they figure out where exactly Lex is holding them in this pocket dimension, and they're able, with the effort of the League and Jimmy, they're able to get everybody, including Superman and Krypto, out. Superman then soars to the multiple locations where things have gotten really, really bad, and he starts to earn everybody's trust back by showing that he's here to defend and be good, as Lex Luthor is exposed due to the fact that he's building an army, he's building this giant clone of Superman, if you will, aka Ultraman, and that he instead is the one that wants to rule the world, and the message was not in fact correct. Towards the end of the film, after a battle with Lex Luthor in his Lex suit, I guess. Is that what we're going to call it? Yeah, the Lex battle armor. It's not clear in the current cut of the film if he's imprisoned or gets to escape, but Superman, after this, returns to the Fortress of Solitude, where he asks the Fortress to show him his family, and it's not Jor-El. Instead of Jor-El, the computer shows him Ma and Pa Kent. But this is where things get a little bit more interesting, as he's there with Krypto. A drunken, stumbling sorority girl, Supergirl, walks in, and she's like, "You got my dog. You had him for a week, but I want him back now, so thanks, cousin." And it leaves us off knowing that Supergirl is coming next. Okay, so boy, this is man, well, if this is true, it doesn't sound too bad. It doesn't sound terrible. It sounds like there's a lot going on, but again, the pacing, how they structure the film, and how it's edited is gonna save it. Again, still, it's a reported leak, so I want you to remember that. But at the same time, it's sounding rather authentic, which makes me think that there's probably something here. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.